May 20th Selectmen meeting, called to order. Tiffany, you're first on the docket.
Woohoo. Hello.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good.
I'm better now that we're finally getting a chief. It's exciting. Are we okay to share that out or?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
So I'm very excited to share, for those of you that don't know, Casey Brennan, Officer Casey Brennan from Belmont, ironically where Joe Guerrero went, is coming to join us here in Hill. He'll be our new chief, pending he passes everything, which I have good faith he will. And he'll be starting with us, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, we're swearing him in June 2nd?
That's pending.
Pending
We got
everything.
the background check and all that.
Right.
there's the plan,
And-
yes.
Yeah, if everything passes, and then he'll start shortly thereafter. Probably won't be on the road right away, just because we have to outfit him, but, so that's awesome, very excited. We had 8 calls for service since the last selectmen's meeting, which is good. 2 pistol permits, it's definitely slowed down a little bit, which is nice. So some of our supplies have been ordered and coming in. And I've been working hard on the onboarding process for the chief in the PD. So I actually spent some time today with another police chief to go over the complete process and learned a lot. There's a lot to be done. So, do you have questions for me?
I think I don't. You two do, but
So what do we need to get for Casey? We need to get things outfitted for him. He kind of, when he came up, he said
Yeah.
said the pants would probably be a little tight.
Yeah.
he said he had to go to the gym.
I don't know, I don't really need to go to the gym anymore, but, yeah, so I showed him what we had for some uniforms. He may or may not need some pants. I need to look and see what the badge situation is and the stars and all that. I think we have some things, but we might have to order some hardware. We have the body cam, he'll be getting, you know, the taser, the pistol, the rifle, all that, so that should be good to go. I'm not sure exactly what the ammo situation is, cause I don't have access to it at the moment. And I'd like to get the cruiser, and I've talked to Lisa a little bit about it, but get the cruiser taken care of, make sure it's clean, ready to go. Tony's been very helpful in making sure it starts and it's maintained, so I say that and say it again. Thank you, Tony, for putting up with me and taking care of the cruiser.
Gotta get the summer tires on it too.
Okay, so can
The
we,
day after the trip?
We did
Yeah.
talk.
can we touch base to make sure it's all
Yeah, I'll
good to
give you my
go,
number.
already inspected? Perfect, thank you. Yeah, so there's a lot of other things to do. I'm going to have to get him some clearance and meet and greets and take him on the tour de France kind of thing. So, and then I'm not gonna wait till the end. I saw at the end of the agenda, it just shows like computer mold issues.
Well, we can move that up,
All
seeing as
pending.
that directly impacts you. I thank you guys up for that.
Everyone okay with that? I'm on by 10 days now.
So we kind of had a question, we'd had a brief discussion about, do you need Office or not?
Microsoft Office?
Yeah.
Well, I will need it on the new computer, for sure. And then at some point, if there's room in the budget, we might look at Adobe, because I don't have
We talked a
that.
little about that.
And we would only need 1 license, I can share that for sure. So that's that. Did you have any other questions?
No, it's just last time, like I said, we kind of saw how much it was gonna cost, so at $2,285, we were a little concerned with
I agree.
costs. I had asked about Office, and you didn't have it currently on your computer, and you were making things work, so I just wanted to follow up with, so you really do see a need for it, that's.
I will need it, yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
What are you using now? Using open software or?
Yeah, and I can use Google Docs, but I cannot use Google Docs if it's any,
So
private
official.
stuff, yeah,
So
official.
the
but-
computer that she
Uniform.
is using currently is at least 8 years old. It was, the computer that was down there that all the records was on was over 10 years old, maybe more than that. And that computer came out of Shelley's office, so we just tried to get everything on there so that we knew we had on a computer that was, because I think the other old computer was still running Windows 98. So we just tried to get back on something that was supported so we could go.
And I've been using, Joe's old computer, so I have access to that, cause I need to use it for Crime Star anyway, so.
That 22 included Office and Adobe.
No, so that's for the workstation, office, a 24-inch LCD monitor, a backup power supply.
Adobe wasn't that bad. I don't know the price, but.
Yeah, but,
It's a monthly subscription.
yeah, we're using, but we can work that out.
Yeah, and then 5 hours of labor between configuring it there and then coming here, whatever they gotta do.
That's through computer solutions.
Yeah.
As far as shredding goes, they wanted to come this Friday, I told them no, and that I offered them the next 2 Tuesdays. Just to keep, I don't know, if not, I'd like to get it gone before the chief starts.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to approve purchasing a new computer for the PD at $2,285.
All in favor?
Alright,
Aye.
Rick, what were you second?
Yep. Shredding never did.
so now we got this leaks, so getting the base split.
What's that one from?
This is for the heat pump for down there.
Oh, yeah, we submitted, we submitted the mold.
No. So it's 10 grand total if they putting in a, so to do the 2 offices is $8,600, there's another $2,400 to add it to the evidence room.
I don't even know how big the evidence room is down there.
Size, I think.
Yeah, it's a big closet. Walk-in size, got a gun safe in it.
Wasn't this already, we discussed this with,
Well, we did, and then Joe was leaving, and then we were trying to decide,
kind of got put
we didn't
to the
know.
wayside.
yeah.
Where are we budget wise in
So-
the police budget for that,
Well,
especially with.
we got $32,000 in the building improvement capital reserve. Plus, I'm not sure where we are on the police budget, but we're gonna have that added hit, but, we now have to budget for a family plan, the insurance side.
We've been putting it off, it's gotta be done, so, I don't know about the evidence room, I don't know, gun safe, I would say, yeah, maybe, but it is heated down there. So I don't know if it's worth another $2,100 to do another room.
Well, I'm kind of wondering if you're gonna have a head that's in the police, in the chief's office, will that will,
Go.
yeah. You know, do we get everything, the only problem is, because they have to so they have to upsize the power heads outside. Yeah, so if we don't get the unit in there, I don't think it's,
You know, we had to do it at a later date. I don't think we're gonna need it, but that's my opinion.
yeah, like I said, the problem is they have to, if we don't do it now, then the outside units are gonna have to be upgraded, which is gonna cost more.
What's this gonna add to the, we did a maintenance plan for these ones, well,
All
last year?
four of these are on the maintenance plan, yes. It'll probably.
But, so these are on they'll be on a 2-year warranty.
Right.
When they install them, they get a,
I just wanna make sure it's all on the maintenance
they're
plan.
clean, yeah.
So it's, when they do them all.
So the cleaning will be on next year's.
You're talking about mini splits
Yes.
for the police department?
Down on the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, $18,000?
No,
No.
no.
Oh, I thought I heard you say
No,
18.
no, no, 18.
Holy
So,
smokes.
yeah, it was $8,600,
Yeah.
but if we put in, so that one of the concerns is that there's an evidence room in there, and stuff is getting moldy. So if we put ahead another wall unit in there, it was gonna add another $2,400, because they gotta upgrade the handlers outside.
Do you think?
That should include the handler outside if you do a split system like that. It's called a dual zone.
I understand, but what they're saying is if we put in an additional 6K wall unit, they're actually gonna have to upgrade. So they sized the outside units for the 2 heads that they're putting in already.
You're talking about a third.
If an option to put a third in, it's gonna be $2,400 to do the install and then upgrade the, yeah.
So something Joe and I talked about, if it would be possible to just put like vents so that the room can be vented and receive the air from his office and the main part.
Yeah.
And you might not need that third. It's not a very big room.
Yeah, it isn't.